We'll be studying English literature, poem number 1. Myself, Meenakshi Tripathi, Principal Government High School, Osa, Raebareli, and I am going to teach you the first poem of your course, that is Character of a Happy Life by Sir Henry Wotton. Children, before we start with the poem, let us know something about the poet of this poem. Sir Henry Wotton was an English poet. At the same time, he was a diplomat and a politician also. He was the ambassador at the court of Venice. He was born in 1568 and died in the year 1639. He belonged to a very well-to-do family. As I told you that he was a politician, he sat in the House of Commons. Children, as we have Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha in India, we have House of Lords and House of Commons in England. So he used to sit in the House of Commons. He wrote nearly 15 poems. Now let me ask you the question before starting the poem. Children, I want to ask you, what image comes to your mind when you think of a happy man? Just start thinking. What do you think of a happy man? What qualities should he have that you are going to call him happy man? Some of you will be thinking that if a man is rich, if he has money, we can call him happy. Some of you might be thinking that if a person is having all the luxuries of life, like this man in this picture, he's having the car, he has all the luxuries of life, living in a big house, having all the good clothing, good shoes, having all the luxuries of life, can you call him happy? If you have all the good food to eat, can this bring happiness in our lives? Children, start thinking and just try to know what are the things that make a person happy. Children, you have to think that can money really buy happiness? Can having luxurious lifestyle make you happy forever? Can eating good food bring happiness for you? Children, you can be happy for a short while, but can all these things bring happiness that we may call permanent? Think about that. Because the topic of our poem or the theme of our poem is concerned with that, children. This is a didactic poem. Didactic poem means it has some moral, it has some teaching that the poet wants to share with us. In this poem, the poet describes the quality of a really happy man. Children, we were talking that what do you think of a happy man? What do you think about a happy man when the idea comes in your mind? The poet is sharing with you that what should be the qualities of a really happy man. What are the things that he should try to follow, and what are the things that he should try to ignore in his life if he wants to remain happy? Some of those qualities, children, I am mentioning that the poet has also mentioned. It is truthfulness, speaking the truth, never tell a lie in life. Straightforwardness, speak whatever comes in your mind. Honest, be honest in your life, and independence, have independent will in your life. It was the belief of Sir Henry Wotton that a happy man is a man who believes in God. He gets up early in the morning, he prays to God, and in his prayers, he does not complain God. He is not asking gifts from God, but he is always thanking God for whatever God has given to him. A happy man will always strive for righteousness in life. This is important, children. A happy man is a man who is having values in his life. He is always striving. He is always trying to be right in his life. This is the theme of the poem. Now let us come to the poem. Let's start with the poem. The stanza 1. How happy is he born or taught, that serveth not another's will. This is the key to happiness in our life, children. The poet is telling you the person will be very happy who is born with this quality, or who learns all these things in the course of life, that he should remain independent in life. This independence should be in his action and also in his thinking. If you have the freedom to think freely, to act freely, children, you feel happy. But there is one condition. That thinking should be in the right direction. That will should be in the right direction. That should be for the welfare of other children. Your action should be based on your feeling that something good should be done for others. So a happy man has this quality by birth, or he learns it in the course of life, that he has to be independent. He has independent will. Will means desire. He has all control over his action and over his thinking. He is an independent man, whose armor is his honest thought. Armor is the key word, children. Armor is the protection. When our soldiers go to the battlefield, they wear the jackets. In modern days, soldiers are wearing the bulletproof jackets. And the bulletproof jackets are protecting them from the bullets of the enemies. So this is the armor that they are wearing. The poet is telling that a happy man is wearing the armor of honesty. He is an honest man, children. Children, I would like to tell you that it is not possible for every person to have everything in life. Happy men are the men who do not possess the best in their lives, but whatever they have, they make best of them out of that. So a happy man is a man who is always honest. He does not follow the unfair paths in life. And one of the most important quality of a happy man is that he is truthful. He is always truthful, children. And this is his utmost skill. This is his ultimate quality, that he never speaks a lie in life. Children, just try to remember the day when you spoke a lie. Throughout the day, you are feeling uneasy, because it is very difficult, children, to defy your conscience. You cannot defy your conscience. It is sitting over there and telling you that yes, you have done something wrong. Today you have spoken a lie. When Gandhiji spoke a lie, he was very uncomfortable, and in the next moment he felt that he should tell his father that he had told a lie. Children, this is a real story, and Gandhiji has told this story in his book. Children, you will also be feeling that these are the most important thing in life that can make us happy. If we are independent, if we are honest, if we are truthful, we'll always be happy in our life, because happiness is something that comes from within. It is not something that you can buy from money. It is not something that you can buy from luxurious lifestyle. It is something far from that, children. Let us come to the second stanza. Whose passion not his masters are. What are passion? Passion is the key word here, children. First write down, I told you last time, that Every keyword that I'm telling you, you have to write everything in your notebook. And when you sit for the class, you must have a notebook or a diary with you so that you can write down every important thing that I am telling you today. Passion is the keyword. Passion is all the intense and strong feelings. It can be the feeling of love. It can be the feeling of hatred. So, if your passions overpower you, it becomes very difficult for you to remain happy in life. If you start hating someone, you are not happy because the ill feelings start coming in your mind, in your heart, and you are feeling jealous. Passion, intense passions are leading to some other things that are very unhealthy for your mental state, children. So, you must try to control these passions. A happy man is a man who is independent and he is not guided by his passion. He has full control over his passions. Children, in life, what happens? The major cause of our sorrow is that we are always afraid to die. We collect so many things all around us that we don't want to leave those things. But the reality of life is that one or the other day we have to leave this world. And a happy man is a man who has realized this. He knows that death is the ultimate reality and nobody can escape it. And that is the reason his soul is still prepared for death. He is not afraid of death. He is all the time ready to face the death. That is why he is happy. Because the fear is the cause of sorrow. But when he is not afraid, he will remain happy in life. Untied. Untied means not tied. Unto the world by care. He is not the major cause of our sorrow is we are tied to all the care, all the anxieties in this world. But if we get rid of that, we'll always remain happy in life, children. Never forget that you cannot get everything in your life. Be thankful to God for whatever you have in your life and try to make best out of that. Don't try to use some unfair means in order to be happy in your life because they cannot bring happiness. Maybe they can bring, you feel that it is happiness, but it is not real happiness and it will not remain permanently with you, children. Of public fame and private, these are the keywords. Public fame and private bread. Public fame. A happy man is a man who does not care for fame. He does not want that he should be famous. He is not an ambitious person. He does not want that lots and lots of people should know him. He is satisfied with whatever he has. He is satisfied with his position in this world. Or private breath, children, you cannot change the society. In the society, there are a lot of people. You will meet the people who are criticizing you. It is quite obvious. It is not possible that everyone is in your favor. Quite obvious it is that people are criticizing you and you must be ready for that. Don't take it otherwise. It is the common thing. Take it as a part of your life. So a happy man is a man who is not controlled by his passions, by his emotions. He is not afraid of death. He is always ready to die. That is why he is happy. He is not tied to all the anxieties and worries of this world. And he is not having a desire to be famous in life. And he is not afraid of criticism. Now, children, I think you will be very clear in your mind what does the writer mean by happiness. He is talking about real happiness that comes from within, children. Children, I want to tell you that in your life, the moment comes when you feel that other people possess the things that you do not possess and you feel unhappy over that. But a happy man is a man who envies none. that chants the praise. He is not envious of others. Don't have envy of others, because maybe his luck is better than you. Accept it and be thankful for whatever you have. You can't have everything in your life. Make best use of whatever you have in your life. Don't be jealous of others. Don't be envious of others, because it will bring unhappiness and sorrow in your life, children. Not wise, he never uses evil means to be happy in life. Who never understood how deepest wounds are given by praise. A happy man is a man who does not believe in false praise, children. Never believe in false praise. Because these false praises can give you deepest wounds. They can be very dangerous for you in your life, because you can have some misunderstanding. So never believe in false praise. Never be with such people who are praising you in a wrong manner. There must be some other reason behind that, but children, be aware if you want to be happy in your life. Not rules of state, but rules of good. He is the man I just told you in the very beginning of the poem, that a happy man is a man who is always striving for righteousness in the life. So, a happy man is a man who always believes in the rule of good. The rules that are for the good, for the welfare of each and every person. Because his will is that whatever he does should be for the good of others. That is why he is not following the rules that are not in the welfare of the common man. Now, children, we have studied the 3 stanzas of the poem, and now we come to the poetic beauty of the poem. This poem consists of 6 stanzas, and we have studied only 3 stanzas today. And each stanza contains 4 lines. You must be seeing that time when I was teaching you, that each stanza contained 4 lines. And it follows a very simple rhyme scheme, AD, and CD. Each alternate line is rhyming. You can see in your book. Poetic diction. Diction is the language that the poet uses. So the diction is old-fashioned, but the message is quite clear. Whatever the poet wants to tell, what message the poet wants to convey is very clear. The poet has not decorated the language, but he has not used any specific poetical device, children. But the thing that he wants to tell us, the message that he wants to reach to us is quite clear, children. Now, children, before I give you the homework, let us revise all the things that we have studied today. Sir Henry Wotton has told us all the things that can make our life happy. A happy life, he is telling us that a happy man is a man who is a self-satisfied man, children. In Hindi also there is a saying, Santosham Paramam Sukham. If you are not satisfied and you have a lot of money and all the luxuries of life, it is all useless. Because the most important thing in life is to be satisfied. You have to think that there must be some point where you have to set your limits that yes, now I feel satisfied. Then only you will be happy. You have to think that you are not guided by your passions, because your passions, your intense emotions lead to unhappiness in life, children. You have to be very peculiar about whatever you are thinking. Your thinking, your action, or whatever you are doing should be for the right, should be for the welfare of others. Only then you are going to get the real happiness. As I told you, that happy men are the men who do not possess the best of the things, but they make use all the things they have, they make best use of those things. So children, be thankful to God for whatever you have. And one most important thing that the poet has told us, that never be envious of others, because envy leads to unhappiness. You are always envious that, oh, I do not possess this, I do not possess this man possesses that. So you have to think that whatever I have, I am satisfied with that. So a happy man is a man who is independent, who is satisfied, who is honest, who is truthful, not guided by his passions, and always leads a cheerful life. He is a man who is not afraid of death, children. He is always ready to face death, because he knows that death is the ultimate reality and it is not possible for anyone to escape it. So you must have seen that the poet has told you that what are the things that we should adopt and what are the things that we should ignore in our lives if we want to lead a happy life, children. These are all the things that we have studied in 3 stanzas that we read today. Now, we come to the homework, children. The first question that I want to give you is, what is the ultimate skill of a happy man? Normally, children remind and remember all the things that we studied today. What is the ultimate quality, ultimate skill of the man whom you are going to call a happy man? You can express your feelings also. That what qualities are required. You have to think about what is mentioned in this poem, that what are the qualities, what is the ultimate skill of a happy man, children. And the other question, the second question that I am going to give you, children, is you have to define the word public fame. Public fame. What does the writer mean when he says the happy man is a man who does not desire for public fame? We read it in one of the stanzas. You can see it in your notebook, children. And in the very beginning of my lesson, I told you that this poem is a didactic poem, children. You have to tell me that why we call it a didactic poem. What is the meaning of the word didactic? Now, children, I just want to tell you some of the other important things regarding a poem. This is the first poem that I have started with you. Children, when you are studying a poem, it is very important for you to understand or feel the feelings of the writer. You cannot explain the poem superficially. Some feelings that are hidden beneath the lines, you have to feel those things, and then you have to do your explanations. Because poetry is based on feelings. So when you are going to explain the lines, you have to go beyond the lines. You have to think, you have to feel what the poet might be feeling at that time when he wrote those lines, and then only you have to answer. And children, never forget that you have to note down all the keywords that the poet has used, and always write those keywords with different things when you attempt those, when you are attempting those questions in your exams, because they will be focused, the examiner will see, and you are going to get better marks, children. I am sure that you will do all these questions in your notebook, and in case you have any problem, you can discuss it with your teachers also, children. But be very sure that you have to do the homework, you have to do all the exercises that I am giving, and all the reading and understanding you have to do. Thank you, children.